Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Everyone is talking about Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair winning the 2025 Royal Rumble, and that's great and all, but what they're not talking about enough and what they should be talking about is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens deserves our respect, not for what he just did at the Royal Rumble in the ladder match with Cody Rhodes, but his whole body of work. I mean, I initially remember when Kevin Owens stepped into NXT, he had a fantastic debut, but people always saw him as, not as a superstar, maybe because his ring attire, the way he dresses, but his work rate is unbelievable. And whether he's a heel, whether he's a baby, whether he's a tweener, whether he's in a tag team, whether he's hunting a title, whether he is the champion, whatever he's doing, he's absolutely one of the best in the world, and I don't think he gets enough recognition and respect for being that way. I mean, you have to be one of the best in the world if you're trusted, if you're trusted to take care of Stone Cold Steve Austin in his first match back in like 19 years. And Kevin Owens got that trust. And so, yes, let's talk about Jey Uso. Yes, let's talk about Charlotte Flair. Congratulations to them for winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. But Kevin Owens is a superstar and needs to sort of be treated like that based on all of these unbelievable moments he's created for WWE fans. So I'm saying it right here. Shout out to Kevin Owens. He deserves our respect. And so I thought Randy Orton was going to make his return at the Royal Rumble, costing Kevin Owens the championship, leading to their feud at WrestleMania. I had originally predicted a steel cage match at WrestleMania between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now that still might happen because we could see Randy Orton's return at some point in the near future. I don't think Randy Orton will be in the Elimination Chamber, but I do think he will return at some point, potentially costing KO some sort of thing or just coming back to beat his ass and RKO him, setting up that really intense feud heading into WrestleMania. And I see Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, that feud, as a bigger match than potentially this World Heavyweight Championship match between Gunther and Jey Uso. Now, that's just me. I'm pumped for Jey Uso. Great. Like, it's awesome to see someone like that have their full, body of work really, really congratulated and appreciated when they win the Royal Rumble. And hopefully him and Gunther create an amazing feud heading into WrestleMania, and it blows the fucking roof off the place. But I think Randy Orton coming back, hunting down Kevin Owens for pile driving him and then building that feud towards WrestleMania is way more intense and way more impactful than Jey Uso and Gunther. That's just me. But I think then we're still going to see the return of Randy Orton. And I think heading into Elimination Chamber, it's time to, make some picks about what might happen. And speaking of Randy Orton, speaking of Kevin Owens, and speaking of Sami Zayn, who came to the aid, didn't do anything, right? Didn't throw a punch, didn't hit anyone, just was extremely worried about his friend Kevin Owens, who took one of the nastiest, falls and bumps with the Alabama Slam through the ladder, which was gnarly. And there's no way, as a former professional wrestler, that doesn't hurt, right? Every time you hit the edge of the ladder, the corner of the ladder, it hurts so much. So I don't know if Kevin Owens is going to take some time off, a few weeks to recoup. I don't know, but he's an absolute workhorse again and deserves our respect. But we saw Sami Zayn come out there, and that has some implications on the future. And so I do think that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to have that feud at Mania. I'm still predicting that one. I've been wrong about a lot of things, but I'm really holding out for that one because I think that can be an incredible feud, especially if it's in a steel cage at WrestleMania. It doesn't matter night one or night two. But then Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes, that created a little tension there. Why is Sami out there? Who's he there to help? His love for Kevin Owens just is there no matter what happens inside of their feud or their brotherly tension. And so I think at Elimination Chamber, we're going to see Cody Rhodes defend the title against Sami Zayn as his sort of last big title defense heading into WrestleMania. Because at the Elimination Chamber, it's going to decide who's the number one contender for Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship. Now, we know John Cena has put himself in that match. He is unselfish in that way because what's best for business is John Cena main eventing WrestleMania 41 and winning his 17th world title. So he has put himself in the Elimination Chamber, and now qualifying matches start on Monday Night Raw tonight to round out the other 5 superstars who are going to be in the men's elimination chamber. And that is going to decide who will face Cody Rhodes most likely at WrestleMania 41. Now, I think it's going to be John Cena, but, obviously they have this CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins thing brewing. So I think maybe they're out of the title picture, but those 3 guys are never really out of the title picture because they're main event superstars. But I think you see people like Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, John Cena inside of that elimination chamber to really potentially who's going to win. Now, I think it's going to be John, and I don't know if he's actually going to main event WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes at 41, considering if you actually do that triple threat. But of course, you have Drew McIntyre. That's a big deal. He's pissed after the Royal Rumble. It might lead to him and Damian Priest having a feud. So there's a few things that are looking pretty good moving forward, but I'm all in for John Cena. He's the greatest WWE superstar of all time. And then you have the women's elimination chamber match, and I think that one, the winner of that one will be Io Sky. I thought she was going to win the Royal Rumble, but I think she's going to win the elimination chamber, and that is going who Rhea Ripley is going to face at WrestleMania, because I think Charlotte Flair, who's also going to be on Monday Night Raw tonight, is going to announce that she's going to go after Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. And so those are some of the pieces that might shake out towards Elimination Chamber. And then, of course, you had some returns at the Royal Rumble, none bigger than Alexa Bliss, who got an absolutely massive and fantastic ovation. There's a little bit of a tension there, which potentially might happen with Liv Morgan. Initially, I had Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley fighting for Rhea Ripley's world title, but now Alexa Bliss is back. That could be a cool little feud with her and Liv Morgan, especially if Io Sky wins the Elimination Chamber. She goes on to face Rhea Ripley, and then we have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. We have a ladder match for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. We have Roxanne versus Bayley. I mean, Roxanne in the Royal Rumble proved herself to be a star. She's going to the main roster. She'll be on there full time. She'll face Bayley at WrestleMania as part of a sort of a coming out party for Roxanne. But we know Alexa Bliss is back. She got a major reaction, and so she'll have something going on towards WrestleMania, which again could be Liv Morgan, which takes her out of the title picture. So there's a lot of things, to happen moving forward, and Elimination Chamber will give us a little bit more clear picture about what's going to happen at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. But again, we got to put some respect. We got to put some respect on KO's name. He's one of the greatest performers of the last at least 10 years. Elimination Chamber is going to be amazing. It's going to be John Cena's party. He's there. He's unselfish. He's going for it all. He's WrestleMania bound. If he wins Elimination Chamber, so he can win his 17th world title. I really don't think he's going to win the 17th at WrestleMania. I think they're going to extend it out just a little bit to create a little bit more drama. But even if he does win the 17th title at WrestleMania, it's going to be a massive ovation and reaction. So I'm always all in for John Cena. That's my freaking boy. And then we saw some returns. We saw Alexa Bliss return at the Royal Rumble. I still think and AJ Styles, those two are big, but Alexa Bliss got a huge ovation. Not sure what's going to happen with AJ Styles, but I'm really concerned about when Randy Orton is going to return and how he's going to attack and enact his revenge on KO and what that will lead to, and potentially leading to a Sami Zayn Cody Rhodes match for the championship at Elimination Chamber, and then leading it all down our road to WrestleMania for the biggest show of the year. But that's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in. Please comment what you think, your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions, anything you might want me to discuss or go over. All good, would love to. And please share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Send to every single wrestling fan that you know in the whole world. But I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.